Hello and welcome. Welcome back to our craft session. My name's Jenny McCormac from Jemini Crafts. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the market town of Brackley, which is in Northamptonshire here in the UK. Now, I did a live Monday morning and created a card like this. Unfortunately, the video stopped before I'd finished the card, so I haven't uploaded that to YouTube if you've been looking for it. What I will do is another quick video to show how this was created. I just didn't want to transfer something across that wasn't complete. So, I have an idea in mind based on something I saw from another demonstrator, and I'm hoping I can make it work this evening. Yeah, you know what it's like when I experiment. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. So sorry about the light reflecting. This is called For the Books. As you can see, it features these books here. And what I wanted to do was create a card that looked a bit like a bookshelf or yeah, a bookshelf, that's the word. And so what I'm going to do is I am using a slightly longer piece of paper than A4. It started off as 12 by 12. I could scale this down, but just for ease of calculations, I'm going with this piece here, which measures just a little under 30 centimetres. And what I want to create is a card that opens up and reveals a window, if you like, in the back. Now, I have done this before, desperately trying to think what it is called. It's like a window card, but the window is on the inside of the card. So let's just give it a go. Hi Caroline, thanks for joining us. So I'm going to start with this piece, and this measures, I think I've cut this maybe 10 centimetres. No, 11 centimetres high. That's going to be the height of the card. And I'm basically going to cut this in fold this in thirds. So I'm hoping I've calculated this right. We'll soon find out. So it's going to be 9 centimetres wide. So I'm going to do a score line at 9. I will need my extension out, and I do apologise for the reflection on the lights. So 9, and then I want it to be 1 centimetre deep, the little window. So this is going to be 10. Then I'm going to do, so that's going to be the front. This is going to be the back. So I want to add another 9 centimetres. So that's going to be 19. And another centimetre for the depth. And that should then leave me with should be 29. I need another score line. Hopefully this will work. It's a long time since I've done one. So let's see. So I'm going to fold this over. So this first fold is the front. Now I'm using Crumb Cake card, and that's because that was the first piece of 12 by 12 card I could find. Folding this over. So that effectively is the front. So it's going to be that deep, but it's going to fold, if I do it right, it's going to fold flat for an envelope. Okay, so that's going to be the front. And then I've got the first score line here. That's the back piece. This is the side. This is the inside front. And then this is the join. Fingers crossed. Yes, that works. So the idea is it will fold flat that way. So it'll go in the envelope. And then you can open this up. Actually, it needs to fold that way, so that when you open this up, it opens up the back. Does that make sense? Like so. And it's almost like a book. It is like a book. So that's the theory. Hi, who's that? Nicole. I saw your sentiment. If I remember, I will happily send you that 50th birthday card later in the year. But you might have to remind me nearer the time. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we've got the books, is I'm going to have a little window here with the books in the bookshelves. Now I haven't decided what format that's going to take, but what I'm thinking is we have these papers. Oh, that was struggle up, so I might need to cut this down. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is cover this with the wood grain here and here before I cut it out. Maybe I'll do it that way, I don't know, we'll see. And then also behind here, and then I might do the size as well. I'm not quite sure. So I hope you can see how that's going to go. So it's going to fold flat. It's going to be glued just along here so that as you open it you get that. So that's going to be the last bit I do, is effectively put it, glue it together. So let me just see what wood grains I've got. I seem to have a lot of this one. This has obviously not been as popular. I could use this, but they all need to go in the same direction, don't they? So those all work. So a little bit experimental. I have done this type of card before, but as I say, not that should do it. That should be enough. Right, let's have a look, see. So what do I want to cut it down? Not really. Just use these pieces here because any offcuts can go on the side. So what I'm thinking is I need to decorate the front like that. That would be that one. I need to decorate this piece before I cut a hole in it. And then I need to decorate this piece. Okay, and then I can do any additions after. So I'm going to use a pencil. I can grab one. So this is going to be the front. Okay, like that. This is going to be the inside front, and this is going to be the back, if you like. Just so that I'm not putting paper where I don't need it. Right, let's make sure these all go the same direction. Okay, so this piece here measures 9 by whatever I did that. Was it 11? Let's get the trimmer out and see. I can't do it upside down. Okay, by 11. So the pieces all need to be 11 high, and I can cut all 3 together with the trimmer. So it's going to do it like this. So 11 centimeters, like that. And then I'm just going to check and make sure I haven't miscalculated. So this is 9. This should be 9. Yep. And this should be 9. Okay. So 11 is the height, and the width is going to be 9. Like so. Move that out of the way for the minute. Come out. Okay. So I could actually use either side, couldn't I? Let me know what side you think would look best. Could have done this in grey, couldn't I? But okay, that'll do. So that's going to be the front, whichever side I use. This is going to be the back, so the inside, and then this one needs to be done as well. So the stripes or the wood or the, yes, or the dark, light or dark is all I need to know. In Nicole says 30th December. Oh, so she's just gone 49. So let me know whether you think it should be the dark or the light, and I'm just going to adhere those to start with, and then any of these strips, assuming the things go in the right direction, I can add on if I want to, because those won't fit. That one would fit if I need. So just wait for you to let me know which one you think, and then I'll glue those down and then just work on, so the design works. I just need to cut a hole in here for the shelf. Now it could be that I cut 2 holes and I could die cut it. I could cut it on my trimmer if I wanted to, whichever. Caroline says light paper. Yes, I think I'd agree. So let's not get that one mixed in, and I'm going to use the light one, I think, in here, because this is the very light one, because that's actually going to be cut down anyway. So let's put this one on the front, find some glue. Woody's back. Hello, Woody. So I hope you've all had a reasonable day. Can't believe it's Friday tomorrow. I always say that on Thursday night, I know. Okay, so this is the front. Now I can decorate this up either with, I happen to have a spare one of these, but you could make a sort of full bookcase if you wanted to. Right, so that's the front. This is going to be the inside back, and I always find it useful to write on here. If you had a directional piece of paper, you want to make sure obviously it's going in the right direction, and also you don't then put it on the wrong side of the card when you don't need to. So this one is going on the back. Hi Brenda, good evening to you. I hope you are well. If you're available, Brenda, I would love to get you to help me with some die cutting. Right, so this is the centre. I meant to turn that around the other way, but it won't matter. Like that. And then this is going to go on the front, like that. So that it's going to go flat, so when you open this up, it's going to open up like that, but I am going to cut a hole in here. So I want to put this panel on first, like so. I think my camera's a little bit further away than normal, so apologies. Okay, so I'm not going to stick this together yet, but this is going to go in there. That panel is going to be stuck down like so. Okay, so we've got a little bookshelf already. So what I want to do is cut some sections in here. Now, if you've got a punch, potentially you could punch out of that the whole thing. I'm just thinking, which is dangerous, I know. But you don't lean on me. Is what? Rather than get the die cutting out, I wonder if I might just draw it on here and then just use my trimmer to cut it out because you may not have a die cutting machine. So just need to find my ruler, which is here. So this is 9 centimeters, isn't it? So 4.5 is the middle. So I think what I'm going to do is fold this here and here. And I'm going to actually make 2 bookshelves, I think. So I'm going to mark this 1 centimetre in from either side, like so. And I can use the lines along here as well. Let's do the same on here. Let's do one in the do one in the middle. Now what I would probably do is, if I was doing this, is I would probably draw this on the back, because you're not going to see that. Right, let's just make sure I'm doing the right piece. That's the one there. Okay, so I'm going to draw a line down here, and this is where a T-square comes in really handy. I'm going to rub these out afterwards. So that one and that one is going to be my size. Now I could make it a little bit further in, but I think that will do. The only thing is it means I've got to do more books. And then I'm going to do this 1 centimetre from the top here, 1 from the bottom, and then I want the height of the books, and I'm going to use these books here, the set. So it's about here actually, 5 centimetres from the top, 5 from the bottom. So there we go. So that's going to be one line there. You may not be able to see this particularly well, I don't know. And here. Now it might be that I've made these too big. There's the other one. And there. Because you obviously need enough of the, you know, card to make it hold in place. So the question is that going to be too narrow? I think what I'm going to do is just bring it in a little bit more. So I'm going to bring it in 1/2 centimetre. Right, let's give this a go. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Now, if you had a die cutting machine with a nice rectangle, let's assume that was a rectangle, then you could literally just put it on there and die cut it, and then if you wanted another one, obviously you need the right size. So the stitch shaped dies or something like that would work. So as luck would have it, these are all in centimetres that I've measured. So what I'm going to do is, that would be at just under 2 centimetres. So I'm going to make it 2.5, and I can see the line here. Well, I thought I could. So just going to position this here and drop it down to there. Okay, so this is 2.5 centimetres in. Going to do the same from this side, so that's 2.5 centimetres. So that's 7. Let's see where I'm measuring from. Hold on, hold on. That was nearly a mistake, wasn't it? Right, 2.5 centimetres should be there. It's 8.5. Right, I'm going to go for it. And then what I should have done on the other one is just move this down so it's in the same place. And then I don't have to measure it again. Okay, so there's my panel here and panel here cut. And then I'm going to cut this one, and then I will cut across. It's not quite right. I've obviously slightly mismeasured something, but I'm going with it. That's 2.5, give or take. Like that. So if I turn it over, hope you can see there's the panels there and there. If you can see that, can you see that? Yes, just. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is go that way, hopefully, and line those up. This could all go wrong, of course, just saying. Yep, that's okay. And then this one, go, and then I'm going to do the same here. Where's my line gone? There it is. And I'm not going too far over, so if I need to just snip the edges, that is fine. I've got to do it that way, haven't I? Okay. All right. Oh, okay, that worked. This one, and then this one just needs a little trim. It would definitely be easier with die cuts as long as you position them fairly accurately. Okay. Just teasing that one away. I don't want to tear it really. Okay, so there is my bookcase. As you open it up, it'll be like that. Hope you can see that. So on the one that I saw that the demonstrator did, I don't know whether it was a folding one. I have a feeling it was a fixed, like a cabinet. So what I need to do is rub those lines out and then pop some books behind. Yes, I can't see my rubber, it's hidden somewhere. Okay, so well, I suppose what I need to do is actually put another piece on here, maybe, while I'm at it. Yeah, so what I'm going to do for that one is just cheat, put that on, and then just trim the edge rather than measuring it. Just make sure it's got a good coat, and then I'm going to use my scissors. It's probably just as quick to cut it on the trimmer actually, but there we go. Okay, Right, so that is going to get attached to that. Hope you can see it. So if there's any comments. Oh, just Brenda saying evening, sorry. Alright, so what I want to do now is have my books on the bookcase, and I've got two things. I can either stick them to the back, or I can stamp them and stick them to the back of this piece so that they're raised. So what I'll do is I'll stamp them and then decide. I think probably I need some white card. That won't be enough. Let me grab a piece. This is actually cream, which will work quite nicely. It's vanilla. So, whoops, daisy. So this is 6 centimeters. So I know that I need, if I do one long piece there, I can cut that into 2, and that will work. Let's grab the set, and I've got a 4 and a 5 and a 2, 4 and a 2. And I'm literally just going to stamp those across. I'm going to leave a bit of a border, obviously top and bottom, because then I can trim it down. And let's do that quickly. Grab a block. It's another block for the set of 2. Yes, Woody. There's somebody out there somewhere. Okay. Shut one door at least. Right, just going to stamp this really quickly along here. And these are sort of different heights, but that's fine. It's just so it's not the same all the way along, really, just to give it a little bit of interest. Oh, I missed that one. Hopefully it's still on the ink block, on the pad block. Yes. So these can be coloured in, or I could leave them as they are. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do. Okay, so my plan is that they're going to go behind here. Ta-da, like that. And that wasn't far off the right height. So let's, what's the height of that? 4 centimeters is the aperture, and I've got 1 centimeter there. So 5, 6. Go. So the top half I'll need to probably cut a little bit shorter, but I'll do that once I've cut it. And I think what I'm going to do, this is 15, so I'm going to cut this about 7.5, like so. And let's close that up. So I've got this one here. what I'm going to do is position this on the bottom. It does need to be that way. Like so. Just going to put a little pencil mark here, which is the shortest bit I need to cut, if that makes any sense. I know what I mean. Okay, so it's opening this way, like that. Yep, that one's going to work. And then this one, just need to trim off a small amount. Sorry about Woody barking. Okay. So, getting most of this working together now. So this is going to go in the bottom. So the question is, do I put it flat on there, like that, or do I have it at the front? And I guess it makes sense to have it flat, otherwise I might as well just folded that over, because then it looks like it's in the bookshelf. Does that make sense? So what I need to do is be able to position this. That looks about right. Let's put a bit of glue on. Now I haven't coloured these in, and I won't do just for time, but I might colour them in later. So I'm actually not going to fix this piece down so that I can do that. And I can also rub out those lines as well. Okay, going to come down a little bit more. And what I can do is put some, I could have cut around all of these books if I was doing it for something special. Then I would fussy cut around all of those as well. Let me just lift this up so you can see it. Hope you can see that. Can you see that okay? And then you'd have the back of the bookshelves, wouldn't you? But as it was experimental to see whether it would even work, I'm happy with that. So this one doesn't matter if it overlaps here in the slightest, but I want to make sure it's not floating above the top here. Yes, Woody. So should I fussy cut them? I'm going to have to, aren't I? No, I've said that. So as this is experimental, I can always go back and recreate it. It was just to give you an idea of something you could do with these books that maybe is slightly different. And maybe it will be a card I design to put in our local bookshop. Should be good fun, wouldn't it? Okay. I'm going to do this fussy cutting as quick as I can. Now it's going to look odd because I've got one fussy cut and the other one isn't. But I can always do another, add another piece of backing on top and restamp it. So I'm not unduly worried. It was the idea as much as anything. So I will look up the demonstrator that I saw this design or similar design from, and obviously credit her, because it was her design that gave me the idea for this pop-up opening card. As I say, I had a feeling hers was a fixed 3D one, but I might be wrong. There we go. That will do. Okay, so this is going to go on here. Oh yeah, that's much better, isn't it? Like that. I'm going to have to do that one now, aren't I? Okay, let me just lift that up so you can see it. Like so. Oops, before it moves. Like so. Oh, it's another dog outside that I can hear, that's why. Okay, this is too late to recover. Yes, probably is. Okay, what I might do, if I want to finish that off properly, is put another piece of paper on the top and stamp another stack of books so that I can fussy cut it. But the main thing is you get the idea. And I'll also colour the books in and rub out the lines. Okay, so the final thing that I'm not actually going to do, because I want to finish it first, is to put glue on this little piece here and then fold this up like so, so that it is attached, and then it will fold flat like that, and then when the recipient opens the card, I can get there, it will open that automatically. Now on the front I could add some more books, or I could add my little panel that I had here like this on the front, or I could just have a sentiment. This one's for the books I could use, or just something else. So there we go, that is the design, and it did work. Just a bit of a miracle, really. So I will finish it off. I'm sorry, that's like the second time this week I've got half a thing done, but this is going to go onto there. I'm going to stamp another piece and put another, cover this up and put another piece of this paper on top. Probably got, oh, not those ones, because it only needs to go behind. I might get away with that, like so. Haha, resolved. As you see what I'm going to do, so I'm going to just cover that other one up, stamp another piece, colour them all in, rub out all my markings, and finish the front. You could actually have a panel of books across the front if you wanted to, just along there, with a happy birthday. Maybe that would be better than the banner. So I will finish that off, because I appreciate I've taken enough of your time as it is. So I hope you like the idea. I'll look up what I called it before, because I can't remember. I mean, it's like a bookfold card, but it's that's got different connotations. So I hope you like it. I will photograph and video the finished thing to show you. In the meantime, have a great morning, afternoon or evening, depending on when and where you're watching from. I have released details of our January class in a box. I'm really pleased with the final project for those, of which there is a video, but just to show you really quickly, there are 10 cards in the set. This is a pop-out fold card. The papers do all the work. They really are stunning. And you get all the numbers and everything as well. So if you want to get involved with that one, if you're in the UK, I ship the box out for £25, and that includes all the products you need apart from the stamps, but it does include all the papers and the other die cuts and things like that. And if that's of interest, make sure you just message me or email me, or make sure you're on my email list for details of the next one. So thank you so much. The stamp set we've been using is for the books, and my video, thought it had just frozen, but it just stilted. So that is the one. It is £17, so really good value, and that's in our spring summer catalogue. So I'm going to grab some dinner and then finish this off and photograph the finished result. Thank you so much, everyone. Do take care, and I appreciate you joining me this evening. Bye for now.